First day of the job, I wore a hard hat, and I went to a building demolition. And the partners who helped make that demolition possible and the progress which ensued was our DEC here in New York State. And today I stand here again thankful that we have the partners in the DEC that have helped make this possible with our permitting and our growth. And that's Joe Shasha, Connie Laporte, Dave Denick, and also Steve Dulesky, who's not here today, has been critical. But I want to specifically thank the DEC for helping us. We also have a representative from the Department of Energy who has been significant in this project, and that's Gibson Asuku, and I want to thank him for being here as well. But certainly there's somebody else in the room that has played a significant role. I'm going to take just a moment to tell you how we got to be where we are today and the significant role that our senior senator played in making all this possible. The energy that we're talking about here today is the gas that's generated right on this property, right adjacent to us at our landfill. And when I came into this role 4 years ago, it was identified that it represented the largest unutilized source of energy in the county. Think about that, the largest unutilized. And why do we say it's unutilized? Because the capacity that was being generated in energy by our landfill was and continues to be sufficient to power 8,000 cars for a year, or power 14,000 homes for a year. And what was happening to that energy? It was being burned in a flare. It was literally going up in flames. And you can see that flame, that flare, adjacent to this particular property. What's happened in 4 short years, and it has been short years, is we've converted that going up in flames into a green initiative. What it does is it eliminates that harmful gas from being emitted as a greenhouse gas. It's used to produce green electricity, and we're going to sell it to create the green that's going to enable us to continue to lower our taxes as we've done in the last 4 years. This project is going to be successful and is successful in using 2,500 cubic feet of gas per minute. And it's going to be used to power, as Pete will tell you here in a minute, the process that it's going to go to power these 4 engines. We already know that we have the capacity to add more engines, better use of this energy that we have, and produce more energy, green energy. So this building was specifically designed to be expandable, and we will be working with our DEC friends shortly to follow through on that process as we go forward. We also, as you can see these large engines behind me, know that we have the capacity to use the waste energy, the heat, off these engines to either produce even more green electricity or use that same heat to draw industry right here to this area to be able to use, as some landfills have, for greenhouses, or also the opportunity, since we're right at the heart of the timber industry, to be used for a kiln. So all those are opportunities that we have going forward in the future. But we wouldn't be standing here today. We would be still slugging it out with National Grid and NYSERDA and a variety of other folks if it wasn't for the help of our senior senator, Charles Schumer. I can tell you that there was any number of moments that we were pulling our hair out, trying to find a way to encourage these other folks to come to the table to allow us to go forward. So he was critical in using his leverage as our senior senator, a person who always knows how to get the job done, and helping these people understand their responsibility to join us in making this possible. In addition to using his considerable leverage with the New York ISO and National Grid, he also went out there and helped us financially. And working with the Department of Energy and the federal government, he was able to find us almost $2 million of grant dollars that we could leverage to help make this possible. And what that does is that not only allowed us to go forward more aggressively, it allowed us to go forward more profitably. And the business model that we've used going forward is with that help and our bonding and our investment of our county tax dollars, this building right here will be generating approximately $2 million per year of non-tax revenue for the county of Chautauqua. That means $2 million less that we collectively have to pay in taxes to enable us to deliver the essential services that we do. What a privilege for us to have join us today for this great event, our senior senator, Charles Schumer. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Greg. And first I want to thank you for your just dynamic, forward-thinking, bipartisan, and just, what's good about government leadership here in Chautauqua County. I think Greg is just I see the county executives all over the state. We have 18, and he is at the top of the list. He has really done a great job here in every way. And this plant that we are dedicating today is an example of that, because it is so forward-thinking. So my colleagues in government, Senator Young, who couldn't be here today, and Assemblyman Parmet, who couldn't be here today as well. But this is really a great day, and I was happy to help out securing the $2 million grant to help get the plant running. I think we had put in another $1 million in the budget a while before for this. It's been a long-term interest of mine to see that this plant occurred. And then, sometimes you got to get the big boys, the NIMOs, the National Grids, no more NIMO, National Grids and the ISO to say, hey, you go out of your way to help this project because it's going to help everybody. And they did. And the beautiful plant we see here is what it's all about. In countless landfills, valuable energy is generated and just, as Greg said, burnt away. Here, it's being put into these generators and made into low-cost electricity at no environmental cost to us, because we're not burning anything that wasn't produced already. And so this is really, really good news in terms of green. And the fact that it will save the taxpayers of Chautauqua County $2 million a year is icing on the cake. It's also going to set this county as a beacon. And hopefully we can attract other green industries here. That's a future in America. And we have a great labor force, and we have lots of forward-thinking elected officials here. I think we can point to this plant because it's one of the most innovative plants in our state and even in our country, and say, hey, come look here if you have green industry, because we can show you we believe in it and we put our money where our mouth is. And then it happened so quickly. We all hear about government bureaucracy and government waste. I've never seen anything built so quickly. It's been about how many months since there was nothing here?
3 months.
3 months.
90-day build.
90-day build. Is that amazing? If you would have asked somebody in Ellery or in Jamestown or in Dunkirk, do you think they'll ever get this built in 3 months? They'd say, forget it. You're dreaming. And here we are. So it all has worked out, and hopefully the grid will, they'll build the line to get this attached. We're ahead of them. Government is ahead of the private sector for once. Should happen more often. And they'll get their line over here quickly. When do we expect that?
November, December.
In November and December. So by Christmas, it'll all be working, and it'll be a nice big Christmas present to the people of Chautauqua County and basically to our globe. 6.4 megawatts of clean electricity is nothing to sneeze at. It's very, very significant. And I was glad to hear, I saw a Caterpillar on the generators here, and I said, wait a minute, what about the people down the road at Cummins Engine? But Pete explained to me that they don't make this type of machine. So we're okay there too. So I felt pretty good about that as well. Everything seems to have worked out there. Every so often there's a project where it just all works. And this is one of those. And so it's a win-win-win. Win for clean energy and the environment, win for jobs, and win for the taxpayers in reducing costs. And I hope this model will be replicated all over our state and all over our country. There's no reason that the groundbreaking work that has been done here by County Executive Edwards, the county legislature, and all of those in the private sector, IES and others, can't be duplicated everywhere else. And then we'll really make an impact. So I'm glad to be